Welcome to Mta Talks, the podcast where we dive into the future of real estate and investment. Today we're gonna talk about major shift in RWS and RWA, in world real assets and real world service. We also take a look at what's really happening right now in the real estate market. I'm gonna tell you in details where we're gonna go and where the smart money is moving. Mr. Robert, where the smart money is moving?
Hi. First of all, thank you for having me again. In order to understand where the smart money is moving, just let's give an explanation what smart money is,
I love that.
right? Because many people don't know what smart money is. Smart money is a group of individual or large investors that usually go against the masses. So if the general public go left, they will go right. And they are basically trending the market, right? So the smart money is floating into crypto, blockchain, RWA, different form of tokenization model. And about that, last time we talked a lot about Serenity, but tell us a little bit, what does MTA really do and what is your expertise and how you see the real estate market?
Okay, perfect. Let's start what is our expertise. We are, as a brokerage company, we are expert to deliver the best deal to our clients. How we do that? We did that with many developer and many clients in two ways. In secondary market, we don't promote or sell any normal deals, only stress deal based on evaluation and based in experience as investor before I open MTA. Second, we work with something called underwriting. We go to developer, we sit with them, we negotiate behalf of our clients before to sell. Because most of real estate company, they take client, they give them what's developer of. No, we choose our stock, we choose our unit to guarantee the best capital appreciation and the best ROI for our clients. And we did that with the top 5, top 10 developer, plus if there are some boutique developer, they don't have that experience and they do have good project, we evaluate the project. Personally invest first by myself before even recommend to client, then work in it. The second question, why I believe in tokenization. I believe in tokenization because it's make real estate faster, more accessible, and more transparent. You know, all the details, it's transparent and clear. This is what's give more trust, which is our value in MTA. And it's bring all the barrier for all the client who they don't know the rules properly, they don't know how it's work, how the things. In terms of why we start now, because we'd like to lead the market. This place in real estate still version. And that's why we are together to put the added value and to lead the market properly based in value of trust and knowledge.
Great. So you see, by listening, the audience might think either you're a visionary within your field or you're an opportunist because RWA is coming and you want to grab an opportunity, or you're a visionary because you're leading. The reality is that we are in between the two. There is an opportunity from the market, and there is a vision talking about RWA. But right now, the reality is that RWA is falling short in order to provide the monetization process and the real services to the client. So our collaboration was meant that your expertise is years of experience, right? But you have tangible asset, which is a property. So it's
Something physical, touchable.
physical, right? Tangible. We do have a tokenization model that we believe RWA is not enough and we need an RWS. So people would say, what is those jargon RWA,
Yes,
RWS?
yes.
Okay?
Let's make it more simple for them.
Yes. You see, if I take your mobile phone, your car, your house, and I say this house, I want to create a token for it to represent that house. You'll say, okay, fine. So the value of this token is the value of that house. But then how could you sell it if there is no platform for it, if there is no liquidity for it, and if it's not automated on the blockchain without permission? That means you want to trade your token. Currently, the RWA limitation tells you if you buy a real world asset token, you need to go through a trustee or an authority to allow you to sell it.
Sure.
If you're an investor, would you put your money in someone if someone else have to give you the permission or decision to sell it? No.
Sure.
Right? So RWS comes in to say, guys, we have the token. Let's create a decentralized KYC. Let's create an automated platform that allows you trading your token permissionless. So you don't have to go to an authority, get a sign off, because otherwise, what's the point to be on the blockchain, right? And a portal or an organization that provide necessary liquidity, because if you have a token, you need to be backed not by the house, by liquidity so people can trade it. So it becomes a security token. It's a little bit complicated, but in net essence, it's very logical. You cannot sell a token if there is no liquidity or backing, because at the end of the day, if you make a fragment of the houses, let's say you have a house and you make 10 tokens in this house to sell it to 10 people. If someone sell, he cannot cut a portion of the house and sell it. He need to sell the token and collect money without selling a portion of the house. Because otherwise, how it will work? You enter into a house and I will tell you, this area is mine, you cannot use it. You understand? So liquidity is the crux of the matter here. You provide liquidity to a token that is linked to a property that allows people freely to trade that token. So you have the capital appreciation, you have the ROI, you have the tokenized model, and at the end, if you merge all of those, you get an RWS.
Okay, let me explain it for the real estate audience, because the audience of blockchain and crypto, they are very aware about that, and they're waiting that moment actually. But for real estate, who they don't have clue about that, let me give you an example, guys, without thinking. If you are an investor buying, let me give you example with a number. You are buying one apartment with 1 million dirham off plan. You know the process how you will buy it. You pay with installment 20%, you have payment plan stuff. You will make that investment, but through tokenization, the capital appreciation, example, you go 30% capital appreciation, and you are not single investor. The number of the people each token has part of the capital appreciation, and each token has capital if we're gonna go for the rank for the ROI. So means even with less amount, you can be an investor.
Exactly.
So we make it easy and accessible and affordable for everybody and more transparent.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
is anything I miss it, I think is no.
No,
everything
no.
obvious.
That means as an individual, let's say you have a saving of $50,000 and $50,000 cannot buy you a house anywhere, okay? But you can participate in 10 projects, 10 houses with $5,000. So you are participating in 10 different real estate tokenized models.
And make diversity of your wallet.
Yes.
Example, this house doesn't bring the things what God promised for it, 40, 60, but the others one did.
Yes.
So, but let me go what's going on in the market. I heard some things about companies, no need to mention the name.
No, we're not here to bash or say anything about
example, if
anyone.
we do that, what is the added value we're going to give it in the market? The other they didn't do it, or the mistake happened, it will not go through us.
You see, again, it comes back last 10 days.
Yeah, we hear big news.
Yeah,
big
there was a
numbers
situation.
gone.
We see a multi-billion-dollar company falling down to a few hundred million. A lot of speculation, a lot of And to be honest, I'm not into the real story. I cannot comment what has happened. What I can say is that it was an RWA project, which their token, their native token, has fallen by 90%. So people hearing RWA, they said that it was linked to a property. How come the token has fallen by 90%? This is the shortfall I just said at the beginning of the conversation. You have to have a dedicated tokenized model based on a project that is the real estate itself, not a company that say, I do have token, I release them for XYZ project to you because they're linked to that property. You understand? So, for example, you tokenize Burj Khalifa, you issue token for Burj Khalifa. So I do not come as Serenity say my token include the tokenization for Burj
So
Khalifa.
it means like the terms and condition, the standard for that.
Yes.
There is not, I am basket, I'm going to take everything.
Yes. So there is a
To be
liquidity.
specific.
Yes, there is a liquidity. There is a terms and condition. There are regulatory compliances based on that specific property or that specific asset. I cannot, as a project, say Serenity will have a token called Search, and anything tokenized, you use Search. No. But once you tokenize on a portal, you use an ecosystem services, the search token might help the ecosystem to run, but the token linked to the property must be separate. You see, this is
Do
what...
you think this is the mistake made?
I'm not sure if it's a mistake or a shortfall.
Or a strategy or a reason?
In the media, they said an RWA project falling from 5 billion to few hundred million.
This is, you think, doesn't make or touch the trust of people?
Yes, that's the problem. You remember in our first podcast, we mentioned about the lack of trust. The lack of trust is based on lack of knowledge, but it's also based on those sort of bad news that people get. Because when you hear a business or a token or an asset crash by 90%, as a general public, you think they're bankrupt, right? Normally thinking. You don't think that it will go back up. So those bad news create a bad effect. And that is why our association with a company such as yours create a connection. We are relatable. Your client knows you because of the property you promote, you sell.
And the experience
you
what he
offer.
has.
Yes, the customer care, right? So they have a direct connection with your company, but they're also benefiting of what you do as a tangible asset acquisition. They get a key, they get into a house, right? So it's not just a sort of a narrative, we will give you, we might give you. No. They deal with you, they get a deal, a discount or a favorable deal, they get the key, they become owner, right? The next phase of it is that as an owner, we want to give you more than what you have, which is a tokenized model. So we're not taking away anything, we're actually adding a new economical factor and financial service to it.
And make it more easy and accessible for
Yes.
everybody. Yes. So I believe today a short way we give them like briefing.
Yes.
But for the next podcast, we're gonna talk how we'll do it. And
Definitely.
what is the mistakes,
The phase.
the phase step. Since I see that podcast today, they saw our podcast, said, I love these guys. They look trustable. Let me go through them. What they should do exactly.
Yes.
So guys, next podcast, we're gonna explain to you step by steps how you from the idea until you will be owner of real estate through tokenization, through the platform what Serenity provided.
Definitely. We will lay out this platform in phases, as we have said in our community. Those phases come with different partnership. Not a single company can do everything technologically or commercially. We have partners such as MTA. We have other partners that will come in for the technology part of it, for the tokenization part of it, to provide the real world services as we see it and as we have commonly agreed with a company such as MTA, who have sold billions of dirham of assets since inceptions and probably have thousands of clients, right?
Already ready, and they have trust, and some of the clients already they are making power of attorney for us for the opportunity and the success what we have done with them the last period.
So we will collaborate more, deeper, bigger. The phases will be announced. There will be also major marketing agencies that will join into this common effort to bring to mass adoption the tokenization model of real estate and beyond. So thank you.
Thank you for you, and see you for the next podcast with details.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yalla,
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.